What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another segment of How to Survive. This time we're in Navezgane. Now, Navezgane, if you guys don't know, is the basic hub map for where you can... It's a preset built map for the game. At least for console, anyway. I know they have the same thing on PC, but I know they have a more variety on PC. Console players only have one. Wow, I'm finding good loot right at the start. What is that? So as soon as you spawn in Navezgane, you don't want to loot your entire house. It's the best thing to do right off the bat, and you might get lucky like I did. I can't believe I found a miner helmet. That's just absolutely ridiculous. Once you've finished looting your entire house, you're going to want to go ahead and make yourself a stone axe, as the game indicates you should. So go ahead, grab 2 grass, punch the hell out of one of these little trees for a little bit, and begin looking for some small stones. In this video, I'll be showing you my preferred way for how to survive the game in Navezgane. Now, unlike in Random Gen, I don't feel compelled to build my own base here, as the game has plenty of places where you can just defend. Now, because I like to build in the snow biome, which is my favorite biome in the game, you're going to want to go ahead and get yourself a full set of cotton armor, as well as a plant fiber shirt and pants. This should get you warm enough to the point where you can survive in the cold biome for a relatively long time. So I'm going to pause the game and I'll be back when I have a full set of plant fiber armor and cloth armor. Once you've gone ahead and collect yourself, I'd say around 60 cotton will do. The 60 cotton will grab yourself a ton of cloth fragments. 30 to be exact. With 30 cloth fragments, you'll be able to craft yourself cloth leg armor, cloth body armor, cloth gloves, cloth boots, and hopefully a cloth head armor if I'm correct. With all of that stuff, plus plant fiber shirt and plant fiber pants, you'll be able to survive a pretty long time in the wintry biome. Now, fortunately for me, I was lucky enough to spawn near the winter biome. The reason I prefer the winter biome is because of the building I choose to inhabit. I always go for this building these days. I've tried many other buildings, and this building is my favorite building to survive in for one particular reason. Now, I've also looked into the information center, as someone else has already done a video explaining why the information center is their favorite place to inhabit. I've tried building there, and I'll admit it's a pretty good second option. But it's not my option. It's just not what I prefer. You'll see why when I get there, why the winter biome is my favorite place to inhabit, as it has one thing that no other building in the game has that I'm aware of. Something very special. And no, I'm not talking about the abundance of coal ore and blueberries and tree stumps, which are all very good reasons to live in the winter biome. Now, I'm not going to make a cloth head armor because I already have the mining helmet I was so lucky to find, but if you want to make the cloth head armor, you obviously should. As you can see, minus the mining helmet, you should look exactly like this. Don't make yourself a bandana, as that will only cool you down. I'm now plus 17 degrees Fahrenheit and will be able to survive in that biome quite well. Next up, you're going to want to go ahead and craft yourself up around 200-ish arrows. The reason you want that many is because of a little problem you're going to get when you get there. Now, if you don't want to craft that many arrows, that's fine. I'll show you another ulterior technique in just a moment. And now, as you can see, I have now made a ton of arrows, as well as damaged some more things for my environment. It didn't take too long, however it did take me mining quite a few resource rocks and a lot of trees to get this far. It wasn't too long, but it does take quite a bit of work, and I do recommend making quite a few arrows. Now we're going to move on. So to get to this place, into this biome, you have to go pretty far in. This is a rather obscure location that can be hard to get to. Feel free to loot as many tree stumps as you can for better winterproof gear, such as the worn boots I just found. Doing so will increase your chances of survival much, as your cloth armor, while it will protect you for a little while, is not a sure-proof way of surviving here. Now keep in mind that there is rich in coal resources and blueberries. Feel free to pick these up as well. The winter biome is one of my favorite biomes for this reason. It's full of resources. Oh, I'm actually overheating in the winter biome. That's incredible. Coal is a really important resource as you can use it to burn things or to just simply make torches, both of which are very important facets of this game. Now, I'm going to try to go off the beaten trail a little bit because I want to search as many tree stumps as I can. Reason being, if we search tree stumps, we've got a good chance of finding ourselves some, what am I trying to think of? Some cooking grills, cooking pots, and warmer clothing. I'll be back when I've reached my destination. Now, we have now reached the radiation biome. Don't go into the radiation biome, as you can probably assume that it will kill you if you don't know that already. But it's important because now you just have to go east. Once you've gone north enough in the game to hit the winter biome's radiation zone, keep going east. Just keep going. And you'll eventually reach our destination building. Now, it's important to mention that this place will be overrun with lumberjacks. That's why I recommended you making a ton of arrows early on, or making wood spikes. Wood spikes are actually a really effective way of dispatching enemies early game, as you can just place them down, and the blundering buffoons will just wander into them like a bunch of idiots. Making it a very effective method of killing enemies early game, and to help conserve ammo for important stuff like Horde Night. All along the route, making sure that you continue to loot everything. Now, I forgot to mention early on that you should make sure you get a good amount of clay. Not too much, but at least as much clay as you have iron for the time being. I only had a little bit of iron, so I grabbed a little bit of clay. Why is that important? You'll find out when we get to the building. Now, some people who are really adventurous on this game might already know where I'm going to, but most people have never even heard of this building or know it exists because it's an obscure location on the edge of the world. But why is this base so good? What makes this base so astonishing? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you here soon. I said earlier in this video, this base has one thing that no other building in the game has already made. At least not any building that I've seen anyway. And I've explored Navezgane quite a lot, and no other building has one of these pre-made for you. Now, if you've already guessed what this building has, good for you. I'm glad you figured it out and why I always go here. I know this building may be a handle to try to get to, and it can be kind of tedious, but it's a pretty nice house. Now, it shouldn't be too much further, I hope. Oh, radiation biome, you big green mass. I should be getting close to it. Yeah, I'm real close. I can feel it. Come on, where is it? I know it's around here. There's a lot of lumberjacks. I think it's up this mountain. Try to make sure all your shots are headshots, as body shots do little to nothing to lumberjacks, and will usually not even mess them up. As you can see, this is taking a lot of ammunition, and it's not really worth it. That's why you simply put down some wood spikes, and let them do the job for you. You don't even need a lot of wood spikes, just enough to make them go blah! Go ring around the rosy, maybe shoot them simultaneously if you want to do double damage. If not, simply wait for them to die. See? Much easier way than using arrows. And I got a sweatshirt from it too. Let's continue up the mountain. Oh, I'm close. I can feel it. Hallelujah! We're here, and oh my god, like I said, there's a lot of lumberjacks here. So let's lead them kind of far out. Make ourselves a little spiky little infestation here. Just gonna place a bunch of spikes down at random in a big mosh pit area to try to deter them. That's right, lumberjacks. Just simply wander around, let them wander through this mass of spikes you just put up randomly, and eventually they'll all go down. It's a much more cost-efficient way of killing these lumberjacks quickly, and I find that it's a lot faster, too. Carefully you don't wander into your own spikes like I did. Come on, damn it, die. I won't lie, I'm surprised this many of them are still alive. What is this guy? He's such a trooper. And there you have it. You just dispatched all the lumberjacks very quickly, and you've made it to your new house. Now, I'm going to go ahead and explain real quick why this house is so good, as soon as I get into it. I'm going to take down this tree because it's kind of obscuring part of the patio. But the reason I like this house so much is not only because it's a unique designed house, but because of the fact it has one thing. Now, when you get to this house already has a metal door, and that can be kind of annoying. So you're going to be wailing on it for some time. I'm going to go ahead and cheat real quick, and open up the cheat menu, just so I can go ahead and grab myself a steel pickaxe. But keep in mind, you will have to do this all yourself, and it can be kind of annoying. All three doors in this house are like this. So it's kind of annoying in that regard, but here's the coup de grace. This building has a pre-built forge. I did not build this prematurely. This building has a pre-built forge in it, as well as a lovely spot for you to put your campfire once you clear the coals out. You can make this place into a pretty lovely home, give it enough time and effort. I'm going to pause the game and show you what I can do with it, give it enough time. And welcome back, and as you can see, the house is finished for the Day 7 Horde. Now, the Day 7 Horde is never too bad, and these upgrades should be pretty easy for someone with moderate skill to take care of before the Horde. Let's start off with the most basic. You should start off by upgrading the traps of your house. Surround the entire house with one layer of wood log spikes, and then 2 layers of wood spikes around the entire vicinity of the house. This is going to be your primary defense for the Day 7 Horde, and should suffice nicely. Now, you don't want to use that door ever again as an entrance. That door is just there as a temporary measure. If you look closely, near the entire outside is barbed wire. This takes some skill to do, but if you can manage it, it'll make your entire front porch a death trap, for players especially. They'll go there immediately assuming that's where the main entrance is, probably use some wood blocks to over it and realize there's barbed wire. A nice little joke to play on them, plus you can shoot through the barbed wire on Horde Night while making zombies who clamor in to get over to the porch completely immobile. Now, one thing to remember for this is that you're going to want to take out the 4 cobblestone stairs that are right here, as they're just going to get in the way and give zombies a meaningful way to get up to you. You don't want that to happen, so make sure that you destroy them immediately. This can be kind of hard, considering they each have 500 points each, but I'm sure it'll suffice. Your new way of getting up here comes from the balcony. Once this balcony is built, you want to immediately put the barbed wire up. Do this by putting a bunch of wood frames around the center and then going to the outside and putting the barbed wire on the frames, then removing the wood frames. This balcony extends nearly entirely around. The reason I didn't do it around the front is I thought it would hurt the architecture. This is not the permanent defense anyway, as we're eventually going to build a concrete wall, as all players should. Now, the thing you have to realize here is that this is a pretty stable structure. The support beams are there pretty much just for looks, and you don't have to build them. Ignore my character droning. You come up the ladder, and there is a hatch here. The reason this hatch is here is it's a temporary defense. It will make them kind of struggle a bit, as they're going to have to try to either figure out a way around it or destroy something to get through. It's a nice little defense some friends taught me, and while it's not completely base safing, it will buy you a little extra time. Then you have your main door. You go into the second floor, and then here's where you store all your little goodies and belongings you might have. It's a nice little place to store your things. And down here is the bedroom, where I prefer to keep my lovely king-sized bed. Come through this door, and you have your lovely cement mixer that doesn't come with the place, the free forge that came with the house, and your campfire for all your working needs. Keep in mind this house does come with a free cooking pot, so you'll be able to boil water for free by the time you come here, even without making one. And as I stated before, if you come into the porch, you can shoot through the barbed wire nice, effortlessly, and efficiently, and while the zombies can clamber up to the barbed wire, they'll be slowed down greatly by it, allowing you to get easy headshots. Anyways, guys, that was my early base design for Navezgane video. Let me know what you think of it down in the comment section below. Remember to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more amazing content, including a lot more 7 Days to Die content to come. And without any further ado, guys, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.